End turn, cast this. Sorry, I had to think about it. Get our incubation going, draw a card, looking for the Season of Discovery. End the turn. Time stop. Back to back, draw a card, not the Season. Let's do that. Let's keep up one blocker, I guess. I think we do this because we really want this. So they'll probably give us this. We keep the Intrude on the mind. No, because that's a little more expensive. But we can do this, and we can do that. So we're going to copy our Akko. We have tons of tokens to work with. We're going to draw another card. Boom! And we can now hold up the Unsummon. Do we let them have one? No, we would do that. Dude, math is for blockers, am I right? What is going on, everybody? Thank you for checking out the video. I really do appreciate all the support. I'm a small channel, so it does mean a lot. Now, what the heck am I doing today? I don't know, dude. I threw some blue cards together, and it actually is working really, really good. Now, it looks a little goofy, but hang on. There's stuff going on here. And really, it's definitely a tempo deck, right? Certainly a tempo deck. And we do have some really powerful effects with the creatures that we are playing. So I'll sort of get into everything at once. I'll sort of be hopping around like a crazy person. But at the end of our curve, we have Season of Weaving. So our creatures that we do have can be copied. Typically, this can be pretty powerful if we're able to copy maybe our Enduring Curiosity, our Chrome Host Shark, or of course, the Abhorrent Oculus. And we are drawing a lot of cards, so it's not impossible to find this one copy. And we do have one in the sideboard, and I'll get into the sideboard in a second. But obviously, this is super powerful, especially if you get two copies out of it while drawing a card. But you can also copy things like your Archmage of Runes. This is a way of casting these 6-drop cards for 5, which is pretty good if you don't find that 6th mana, as well as just being pretty damn good in and of itself. Because, like, dude, a 3/6 can block all day kind of thing, and we're going to be drawing tons of cards, so we can find our pieces pretty easily. And we also have a pretty interesting card here in the 5-drop slot too, which is Intrude on the Mind, which actually helps facilitate the Oculus by putting stuff into our graveyard, as well as giving us some flyers. And I'll get into the flying part in a second. But we are going to be making a lot of tokens too, which I'll get into. So before you leave, remember we are playing Crawling Barrens, and we are playing Fountain Port, so I'll get into that in a second. But this is a lot better than it looks, because we can find us 2 or 3 cards while getting us a flyer at the same time. We'll fill in our graveyard a little bit. And time stop, just ending the turn, can counter something really big if you sort of can predict it coming, or it just gives you an extra turn. It's basically like 6 mana extra turn. And if you have the right board state, the tempo is pretty damn serious. Now, in our 2-drop slot, I'm going to hop to next. We have Mercurial, I can never say that word, Spelldancer, which I have always thought has had so much potential. But basically, like, as long as you cast 2 spells, and then this connects, you can copy your next instant or sorcery. So if you copy an Intrude on the Mind, you're in business. If you copy your Season of Weaving, you're in business, making tons of copies. And then you'd have a bunch of unblockable creatures if you copy Spelldancer, or again, like, you just get a bunch of flyers, or you just get an absolute metric ton of curiosities, which isn't too bad. It's a 4/3, right? You could also copy your Sphinx of Forgotten Lore, which we do have another one. No, we don't. We don't have another one in the sideboard, but that actually ends up being okay. Trust me. Now, you could also rely on your Drake Hatcher, which does more work than I thought. In the video today, not necessarily, but in my testing games, yeah. But I think we do get to make 1 flyer, which actually it does win us a game. It does win us a game. So I lied. But basically, like, yeah, I mean, dude, like, you cast 2 spells as soon as this connects, which it might, because it has a high toughness anyway, so they don't really want to block, especially on those earlier turns. And then you just get a free 2/2, which is pretty good. And with Chrome Host, all the Drakes we're going to be making from this, if we can, with a flyer here, a flyer here. We do have enough creatures that we can sort of just kind of go super wide, and Curiosity can just kind of take over again. Crawling Barrens also gives us a nice mana sink, and after we do something like our Season of the Weaving, this can start to grow and start to get in and take out Planeswalkers and all of that. And we do have a lot of tokens, so the Fountain Port can be used to draw cards, as well as just being a great card in general, right? It's super flexible. And do not underestimate Chrome Host Shark. So we're also playing some very, very true tempo cards, which is Come to Cold. very good, honestly. This is a great card. I think this card is overlooked a lot. This is a good card. I mean, 2 creatures with a stun counter buys you a lot of time, especially in a blue deck like this, especially when we're going to be drawing cards off of it most likely if we have our runes on the field, stuff like that. It's going to help us find our later end stuff. Now, typically we don't have any like super huge bombs. I guess one of the only actual big guys that we're playing is this, which is something, but again, you can't really make copies of it because it is legendary, so that is sort of a problem. Oh, and to finish the freeze and play stuff, or the stun counters, this is 3 stun counters with a scry on it. This is a lot better than it looks too. Basically removes the thing, allowing our Drake Hatcher to get in. It allows our Seedshark, if it's a flyer, to get in for some little incidental damage, or Curiosity for damage to the dome. And then obviously, like 2 unsummons, 2 Into the Flood Maws. Very good stuff, and we can counter anything that's really, really nasty. And then Opt is basically like a draw 2 if you have your runes. It also just triggers the prowess. It puts the oil counter on Spelldancer, so you can do a lot with that. Now we also have Faebloom Trick, more counters, more tapping down stuff, giving us a lot of time to sort of kind of turn the corner, and we certainly do in the video today. Definitely some crazy board states with this deck, and this is just really good. This is just 2 more flyers that can help you draw cards to Curiosity while buying you some time, while tapping something down. It really synergizes with Curiosity really, really well. And again, Abhorrent Oculus, you can sideboard in the second one, and you can feel damn good about that. That can be, I think this is a good just like starting package here. And yeah, Sphinx of Forgotten Lore, not as good as I think a lot of, Snapcaster Mage, sort of, not really. But yeah, I mean, like, dude, you can copy one of your Season of Weaving again, your Intrude the Mind again. You don't really want to cast this, but you're mostly gonna use this as a 3/3 flyer with flash, which is okay. And yeah, I think that the deck just has some very crazy moments where it pops off. And Crawling Barrens can win you the game, because again, we're not running too many creatures. And I think our sideboards give us some breath of fresh air. Okay, so pretty typical stuff, leading towards the later end of the curve again, because we do have a lot of time to sort of work towards that. But 2 more Into the Flood Maws if there's just a bunch of annoying stuff, and we want to add 2 more, right? Phantom Interference can be pretty deadly in the right matchup, but of course, against some of those mid-range and later game decks, it's a little dull, because like they can often pay the 2. They won't tap out as you want them to most of the time, right? It always seems to go that way. This can also make your unblock, like your Spelldancer, massive, or make your Drake Hatcher able to swing with that vigilance all the time, which sort of forces them to deal with that, especially when their creatures are going to be tapped down most likely. This could be a lot of damage. Pretty good card, honestly, but it's just not an instant or sorcery, so it's not like super synergistic. But this, by the way, just has to be a non-creature spell, and Prowess, non-creature spell, so that's kind of good. Haughty Djinn, obviously we know what this does. Play 2, as well as 1 more Oculus. I think that's pretty damn good. And there could be matchups where Tidebinder is really relevant. Being that, we have a lot of competition for the 3-drop slot, I guess, like, you might sideboard this in. But, like, this can shut down a Planeswalker. You could shut down, like, opposing the Abhorrent Oculus, things like that. Or just like a Caretaker's Talent, stuff like that. So this can be pretty good. Now this also can allow us to cast our smaller like dudes, or basically our unsummons, our ops, and our flood maws over and over again kind of thing, which is actually really powerful. As well as just being another flyer, helping us get some damage in, because again, we don't have like too many huge bombs. But the tempo is real. And speaking of tempo, this is really, really good, right? Like this card is really, really good. A little diversity of threat. And we will be drawing a ton of cards. So it's not too unlikely that we're going to -12. I mean, like, we're not really playing it for that reason, but it's a possibility. It's pretty good. And honestly, against, like, heavy creature decks, or I guess artifact decks, this could be a huge momentum swing. If you're not leaning into the non-creature spell stuff necessarily, depending on how you sideboard, this can be better than perhaps like Archmage of Runes, but you maybe want to keep 1 copy in. But I just like this card a lot, and I thought I'd just keep it in here for funsy onesies. But you could probably find something else, maybe like some earlier 2-drops, to synergize with your angle that you're taking. And Season of Weaving, I seem to never be able to scroll down that last part. But yeah, one more honestly is okay, because again, we're going to be flooding out quite a bit with a lot of mana, a lot of drawing cards. So this can be pretty serious, because you return all that stuff while we keep all of our tokens with host Seedshark, and pretty, the dudes here, and mostly the Fountain Port stuff, and also the copies that we're creating with Season of Weaving at the same time. Right? So that can be pretty good. I hope you like it. I hope you give it a shot. Something like this anyway. You could lean into Seedshark. I think Seedshark's killer. And I think that, yeah, you could do a lot with what we got here. It doesn't look like you'll be able to do enough damage, but surprisingly, you find a way. As long as one of your creatures starts connecting, you start to time stop them, you start making copies, you get more flyers, you're just drawing tons of cards, they gotta deal with this eventually, they gotta deal with this eventually, your Seedshark's just sitting there, often going unchecked, all of a sudden you Faebloom Trick them, you're feeling good, you're freezing them down 4 days, and yeah, against aggro we do pretty damn good, I would think. I don't know, it remains to be seen. I haven't played maybe just like one matchup in that regard, but Spelldancer is one of these cards that I think is just like criminally underplayed, and Drake Hatcher has a lot of potential. I'm still working on the right deck for this. In fact, this might be better in like Demir. I think this could be crazy in Demir, to be honest with you. And yeah, Chart of Course I guess I didn't cover, but you know how good this is. I guess it will help you fill for Oculus if you sideboard in the second copy and all of that. So yeah, pretty good. Happy 2025 again. I love you. Thanks for checking out the intro. Hope you check out the game. It's pretty crazy. We have a rocky start, but the way that we just like come back is pretty cool, dude. And yeah, the season reset, so I haven't played too much. So just wanted to do something fun to start off the year. I love you guys. Take care. Take care of yourself. Drink water, dude. Go outside, touch grass, all that stuff. Apply styles. I never applied the style, dude. It's a GG. Alright, guys. Bye. Okay, guys, let's do it with the mono blue sort of tempo, unblockability, draw cards deck that we have here. Thanks for checking out the gameplay. I really do appreciate it. We will keep, the opponent will be going first. And I should be able, now that I have skills, to edit out that annoying neighbor dog. Dude, I have never hated a dog more than my neighbor's dog. Let me tell you. Let me tell you. Okay. So, the hand that we took wasn't great. By any means. By any means. I was looking for a Chart of Course, an Opt, something like that to get us going. We can sort of coast with this into the Flood Maw. I guess I should have removed that, but looks like we have a chance here. So a little bit of a mistake right off the bat. You'll love to see it. But, you know, they could have laid a creature, potentially a CMC 3 kind of thing. Let's do that before we have to take a swing. So, unfortunately, this is probably our best move, but that scry is pretty massive. The Season of Weaving is great, but we obviously need our lands. I promise you, the deck, when it turns a corner, I mean, with most blue decks, when it turns a corner, it's just like, seems so unstoppable. But this will be actually a good matchup here for us. So they're going to start to draw hella cards. That's still on the field, and their cost is lessened. Now, the Sheltered by Ghost is nasty here, but at least we do have an Into the Flood Maw, which will get rid of that. We should be able to get our Seedshark back. But they go for the Meat Locker. Okay. That's actually totally fine, I would say. I would say so myself. I guess I'm leaning a lot. There we go. Got to get that pillow prop. Wow, this is a good deck. I think that this Dawnmaker's Shop is definitely a great addition. Like, I've seen people play without it, and I think that's a mistake. Now, this is a little unfortunate, if you ask me. However, never fear, because they do have the token generation going on here. Yeah, I mean, right? Because, yeah, don't want them to draw a card, that's for sure. They can obviously recast it, but, you know. And they go for the unlock there, put a counter on that creature that they manifest. I low-key forgot about that room. That room is not played nearly as much, I think, but it's honestly not too bad. We'll go ahead and do this, though. I think we just take out this, because that is unblockable. They'll probably draw a card, but who knows? Yeah, there it is. That mana is what we needed. So we might be able to get a good block on this Glimmer. Our back's still obviously against the wall here. But that's good. Good for you, I say. So I think the Glimmer, because this will just be alive anyway. So best part about Innocence, best part about Curiosity. It's just so good in this deck. Especially when you have your Entity Tracker big chillin'. So we're getting the manas. So that's something, baby. Do we just lay a nice 3/6 here? We are taking a lot of damage from the Hall Creeper. In a way, yeah. I guess I should have swung first. It doesn't matter too much. I don't think. Okay. Because we wouldn't have gone for it. We had to get something on the field. And Time Stop now is able to be cast, and we have 2. So we basically have 3 turns. Not really. Kind of, though. So that's what I mean, though. The deck looks better than it is. The deck is better than it looks. There we go. That's the one I was looking for. Alright, draw your whole deck. You love to see it. You'll love to see it. Oh my god. So they must have just got that. So it would have laid that first, unless they goofed. Okay, I mean, that's some serious stuff. By the way, when you go to do this, usually at their upkeep, they will remove their like time counters, stun counters, all of that. But it does stop their draw, but you can't hold it up to counter a spell, basically, ideally before combat. There is that route, but typically it's just don't even let them draw a card. But of course their counters will sort of go away. This isn't bad at all, because we do block this, because that is lifelink, and we get rid of this. I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world. Especially if we can get to our season of discovery. Okay. You say. I kind of like the idea of swinging with this guy. Because we're going to time stop anyway, right? So we'll start taking out some guys, essentially, here. Some dudes will be taken out. Okay. That's fine. We're taking out 2 things. End turn. Cast this. Sorry. Had to think about it. Get our incubation going. Draw a card. Looking for the season of discovery. Alright, back to us. Shall we do it again? We do have a big boy. Big boy wants to swing, indeed. Now, we could have, I think, potentially... No. We would have been 1 mana off of doing this as well. This is a great card, which I can't wait to cast here. But... let's swing. Unfortunately, I just don't want to lose this guy for no reason, kind of thing. Probably just throw a 1/1 in front. Yeah, makes sense. End the turn. Time stop. Back to back. Draw a card. Not the season. However, we'll top deck it now because we're gamers. Okay, no. But this is the kind of stuff. Now that we have this kind of stuff going on. Okay. Goodbye. We also have another 6/6. So we're feeling like a hot boy. This obviously would have been good to lay, but let's see how they block. Because we might... let's do that. Let's keep up one blocker, I guess. Okay. We're going to intrude on the mind here, folks. A lot of mind intrusion. Drawing cards. The Akko McPaco. We have 4 in the bin. It's honestly not too shabby at all. We're going to opt and Enduring Curiosity. It's going to be sexy. Yes. Dude, the back-to-back time stops? Love it, dude. They do have all of the cards and mana in the world. That is a card that exists. They have one card in their bin. I guess we should have maybe saved the... whatever the hell. Okay, create a token copy of the creature. Wow, if we could have returned it, that would have been glorious. Oh my god. Don't worry. And they do make a copy, which is actually like worst case scenario, low-key. But... Intrude! Draw a card. 3 steps ahead, not too bad. Okay. This is what I like to see. I think we do this because we really want this. So they'll probably give us this. Except the shark. No, we don't. Do we get greedy here? Let's do that. Let's see what... Watch us give us the 2 lands. Really, it's just going to be discarded at end step type of thing. Most likely, because we're going to start drawing tons of cards. But yeah, dude. But yeah. Dude, Intrude on the Mind is crazy, because you get a flyer, which is sexy. Okay, we got the spell. That's exactly what we wanted. We can't block this, unfortunately. This unblockability thing. Low-key redonkulous here. But, draw another card. Okay. That's what we're looking for, dude. I was just going to say, dude, where the hell? Alright. Season of Schwibben, bro. Except they are going to have that. Just not glorious. We are going to kill our own guys. So what we could do... man, if you could... Yeah, you control. If you could copy their Oculus. Except we could lay our Oculus. And then potentially copy it. It's 5 mana, so we're going to have 9. Oh my god, we can. Right? Yeah. Okay, they obviously got the head start. A little precarious. Does this still have unblockability? No, it does not. That's right. Get out of here. You're nothing. So we can return both of theirs. No. Okay. So we're gonna pop off, baby. Baby, whoa. Okay, let's... Am I making a mistake? Probably. Let's do it. Okay, goodbye. Don't need 2 of those. Get rid of this. Don't need that. Don't necessarily need that. Do we keep the Intrude on the Mind? No, because that's a little more expensive. Just in case, because we do have the Sphinx that we can, do things. Now, see, it's like, you know what I mean? Returning... that'd be low-key worth it. So hang on. Let's cancel. Let's swing. we're going to do it. Sorry, boys. I know I'm a little bit of a doofus McFloofus. They don't even kill that one, so that actually ended up being whatever. So they don't want to take any sort of risks, but we can do this, and we can do that. So we're going to copy our Akko. We have tons of tokens to work with. We're going to draw another card. Boom! And we can now hold up the Unsummon. We can discard 6 cards, that of which will be the counter. We don't really need another one of this. We don't even need another Curiosity. It's too expensive. We have another one here, though. We'll get rid of both Curiosities and the counter, low-key. We kind of want the Drake Hatcher. We'll get rid of the Shark Boy as well. Okay. I know that was a little bit of a lot. But yeah, look at how much value we just got, right? Because these aren't tokens. Apparently. Oh, it is a token. Was I totally stupid the whole time? Probably, right? Each non-land, non-token permanent. Oh, yeah. So that's what we wanted. Okay. I don't know what happened there, but it's going to be okay, I think. Do we kill that now? Sure, get out of here. I don't like you. Why not? Let's do it right this second. And now we have tons of cards in our graveyard. We can recast Akko, make Flocko, baby. Typically, we're not, like, banking on this being our win con, but definitely can be. But we do have one more in the sideboard. So that's pretty good, mate. So we're going to, like, completely set up with these 2 creatures. And it's going to be glorious. They're probably like, whoa, dude. This is quite the match. Now, we do have tokens for days. So we pretty much win the game if they didn't really account for that. Yeah? Yeah. I mean, dude, these are big boys. Hello? Okay, yeah, we should be good to just swing on in type vibe. Now they have to discard their whole hand. Okay. We should have them, dude. Jeez, bro. My goodness. Nothing like cold coffee brewed 2 days ago. Well, I guess yesterday. Makes more sense. Yeah, dude, I'm that guy. I think coffee's fine the next day, dude. I don't... Like, sure, it's not, like, prime. You can kind of taste the difference. I don't think it's, like, bad, though. I'll be honest. So we have 10 mana. So we actually can Runes, Akko. But no. I think we just go for the Jabberoonie here, dude. No, I guess we don't necessarily win, though. Let's go for this stuff, though. Because it just puts so much pressure, which we need. Huh. Do we lay this first? Do we win here? Do we just win? Am I totally missing that? But we could lay this, but I think we lay this so that we can start putting the oil counters. I don't think it's going to matter too much. This is a little bit more of like an insurance policy type of thing. Goodbye, come again. Both of these are really good. We're going to keep both on top right now. We can start recasting our stuff from our graveyard, but I think we want that stun counter going. And let's just do this. Do we win, though? Not quite. Not quite, indeed. So hang on. Yeah, because they black 3, the only thing that connects is those, so we're not even going to swing with that one. Just going to be safe. Sorry, I had to do some math there. Should be good. Should be pretty solid of a turn. Alright. You'll love to see it. What do you have for us? Yes. Oh, so they have another Akko in the bin? They do. However, we have Unblockable Spelldancer. And a lot of creatures. That Manifest Dread stuff, though. Should we have just gotten Akko down? I thought putting the pressure like that would be worth it. It probably is here. If we swing with everybody. But it's these tokens that I didn't really account for, I think. Especially with that second one. Card. This, unfortunately, is an island. I wish it was anything else. But we're not running too many creatures anyway. That's Come to Cold, though. Shall probably win us the game. Do we let them have one? No, we would do that. That makes sense, right? Yeah. Do we try to get in with our Crawling Barons here? Sure. Dude, math is for blockers. Am I right? I'm pretty sure math is for blockers, guys. That's what I was taught back in Nom. What? I don't know, dude. Yes, sir, dude. Yes, sir. I swear this stuff happens more... Like, when you look at the deck list, like, you think it wouldn't happen, but we are drawing all our cards, incidentally. It's not too hard to just naturally cast our Oculus, as you can see here. There we go, dude. Math is for blockers, bro. Math is for blockers. Brother. Alright, guys. So, how do we sideboard? Okay, so this is our base list. We didn't get to show off... But, the time stops were obviously sick. That was such a long game. The Season of Weaving is really, really good, and we sort of play around that. So is this, to be honest. It has to be instants. We do have a lot, like, good amount of sorceries, but it depends on how we sideboard and whatnot. But it doesn't really work with our counters either. The Faebloom Trick is honestly worth having as well. But do we try to sneak in another Akko here? Or go for, like, the Djinn. I think we sneak in another Akko, because that did a lot of work. And, the Teferi's good, but, like, they're actually playing, like, a lot more low to the ground stuff. Okay, we're going to take out 1 3 steps ahead. And put another Flood Maw. That definitely seems good. I almost want to sneak in a Shore Shark. We're also drawing tons of cards, so this could actually be kind of massive on our unblockable guys. I don't even like 3 steps ahead much at all in this matchup. Let's do it. Let's sneak in the profs. Watch, that's going to do some work. Seems pretty good. Another Akko. Oh, we need to cut 1 card, though, folks. Honestly, this Come to Cold is great, dude. This Come to Cold is really good. Part of me wants to cut that, but it's like, nah. The Drake Hatcher could be good, too. But we'll cut 1, I guess, this match. Sure. Seems good. Why not? Okay, game 2 of the first match. Yeah. This is a much better hand than last time, actually, but obviously we can't cast the Akko. I gotta stop calling it Akko, like that's the matter-of-fact name that the community has unanimously agreed upon. Yeah. I don't like having both. I guess 2 blues is all we really need. Like, could come up. 3 is a lot better. There we go, dude. Just gotta speak it into existence. Okay. Let's Come to Cold. Hopefully a couple dudes. Don't want to counter that because they have 2 mana. Okay. Get this down. This will actually be okay here. Presume they lay like the Glimmer. Or that stupid unblockable enchantment boy. Okay. I like this, man. Fractured Realm, the triggered ability of a permanent triggers just triggers the second time. It's kind of nuts. So they make it copy. At least we have some. We have two things to target, right? That's pretty good. But obviously the value that they're going to get is problematic for us. But again, Season of Weaving, we can play around, boys. So we get that down. We'll probably just make a fish. Probably just make a fish. Don't really need two Fountain Ports, but that's okay. That is okay. We are okay with such things. Actually, we might even... Do we power up the Crawling Barrens? That'd low-key be insane, but nah. Like, insanely awesome, but nah. That's actually really nice. That we can now swing and draw a card with our boy. I think that's what we do. Nothing fancy happens. I think we just get it down. Just draw a card. Take advantage of that. Okay. Going off, baby. Going off, we are going off. We're doing the thing, yeah. A little bit of a slower start from the opponent compared to last game. But we crawled back last game anyway. Because we're a friggin' true gamer. I thought about adding Flood Pits. Do I have it in the sideboard? No, I don't think so. Ooh, that is a card that exists, folks. Do we eat it? No blocks. We're going to swing with both those guys so we can draw a card. We will take that out, which is kind of nice. Right? How many? One in the bin. Okay, that's not ideal. I guess I could have done the Crawling Bear and things, but it's a little not great. To be honest. Okay. Do we go for the time stop right now? Low key, sure. Time stop. Goodbye. Come again. Oh, they didn't remove the counter. I think I was trolling when I said that last game. Apparently. We don't want it to just die. Okay, hang on. Let's do this. And this. Maybe we could have swung, but it would have died anyway, right? Save time. So this sort of resets them. They're still at 4 mana. Okay, 5. That's good. That was definitely mana efficient. Basically, the time stop just allowed us to draw one more card and stop them from drawing a card in a way. Kind of 2-card advantage. This thing will be annoying though. I'm just going in for the damage. That makes sense. 2 cards in the bin. So let's scry now to see what happens. These are both okay. We don't really have too many instant sorcerers at the moment to take advantage of this guy. Yeah, just get Curiosity back down, I suppose. Or get our Barons online could be something. See, that second Oculus that we added screwed us. Okay. Not bad, not bad, not bad. So they do get 2, so they are going to kill our Curiosity, but it should be alright. Now our back's completely against the wall. Our backs against the wall, yes it is, woody whoa. But it should be okay, yeah. I guess we could have gone for the counter there, but no, that's okay. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Yes. Glorious. Draw card, baby. Get out of here. Yup. The Flutter McButters, dude. So we can only sacrifice a token. It's rather unfortunate. We're at 4. So actually, we could do the Floodmaw next turn. Or what's this called? Oculus. Do we... No. They might lay something else, right? Yeah, because they laid it as that, or else they wouldn't have. The stun counters, though, right? I mean, like, holy guacamole, this thing's been down for a minute. Bro, I could have gone and made a sandwich by the time this thing stopped being whatever. So, yeah, counter that, because that's annoying as hell. Goodbye. Come again. Yes. Goodbye. Come again. Yes. Okay. I mean, we have to cast this. Just get rid of this, because that's a huge guy that we don't like. So we have to get rid of all of our dudes, which doesn't synergize great with some of our stuff. When you run the 2 copies, I guess that is the thing that can happen. But the Crawling Baron's getting bigger, drawing us cards. Let's go, dude. About to manifest Dreadaruni. That's not what we want to see, but it should be okay. Ooh. Actually, putting Intrude in the mine is not too bad. Get our Sphinx, I suppose. Or our, yeah, I guess that's actually the only way. Oh, no! Say it ain't so. Did we just, like, Crawling Barons through the face here and win? That'd be so funny. They are tapped out. Wait, hang on. Okay. I don't think they calculated that very well. But let's see, look at that. We went down to 4. It just took 1 Oculus. We probably didn't need the sideboard in the second one. Thanks for making it this far. Don't forget to subscribe. Alright.